Yep.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, you guys go back downstairs to find a um, rather relieved looking Arjun once he spots you.
What's the relieved look for?
Did you miss us?
Well, given that you were able to walk out on your own, I take it that you didn't get thrown to the Under Labyrinth.
No dipl-
Yeah?
no diplomatic events here today. They actually seem to like us, I think.
Well, if you give them information, they tend to do that. I just take it that it was safe information.
Oh, yeah, you don't need to worry about that. It was mostly stuff on the surface.
Yeah, that would tickle their fancies, I'm sure. Well, what's next for you guys? Did you were able to work out some sort of agreement?
Yes, we're allowed to check the logs to try and see if they had found our missing person.
Well, here's open.
As for the larger issue of the portal, not an agreement quite yet, but an understanding of how to reach one.
And that is.
We'll need to convince them that their current strategy is not working. How we're going to go about doing that, I'm not quite sure yet.
Something bothering me about the city of Muds, well, their desired.
Hesitancy.
Yeah, exactly.
The what?
Seems odd.
The hesitancy.
You think they know something?
That or they're just trying to save face for having said that it was alright when it was. But I don't know that they're particularly prideful.
Just seems odd to me. As from what I glean, they seem to be the warrior caste of the region, and well, just seems weird to me that they wouldn't clamor for a chance of battle against the demons.
Arjun will respond. They are warriors, although probably not so much in the way that you're used to. They're the scholars that make the warriors.
Well, would they not wish to test out their new military advancements?
Oh, always, and I'm sure they do. So that makes me think, following your logic, that they're saving them for something else.
Yes, that was my other concern, is that perhaps the reason they don't want to get involved in this is because they don't want to fight a losing battle.
They seem to have some vast knowledge of how the tribes are currently laid out. Think they could be trying to make a break for the surface?
Would you blame them?
Not after what I've learned, no. However, despite being an exile, I do have some loyalty to my people.
Well, worry not. I know nothing specifically. My partnership is with the City of Healing and their related interests. I can't speak for Blood. But if that's all you're pondering, why don't we check those records?
Yes, let's hope that we can have some good news.
Okay, so you guys seek out the information counter and find an Arakai there who is sort of dealing with the assortment of different logbooks that they're tending to. And even as you approach, you see that they are currently adding new entries into like a fresh new ledger, apparently, although behind them there's a wall of dozens of different shelves full of ledgers. They'll see you approach, and Arjun will sort of talk to them in the Arakai tongue, and they'll exchange a few words, and then he'll look back at y'all and say, "Okay, so what can you tell me about the person that you're looking for? You said it was a grove tender?"
Yes, a Reptera, red plumage and green eyes.
I
Okay.
take it now that we've left, we don't have the effect that allows us to understand them anymore.
You do not. Now, if you have any individual thing you'd like to do or have, but you're not under their spell anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't got nothing.
Would I don't know if they keep track of the names of those they capture, but we could supply that too if needed.
Well, I can ask, and he'll convey that information you give, and the Archive will sort of like take down a few notes and then go and start pulling a few different books from behind them. They'll ask through Arjun to you, how long ago was she captured?
How long ago did she go missing? Like 3 months ago?
Within that time frame.
So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, roughly within 3 months or so.
Probably around that time, but potentially sooner. It's hard to say how long she stayed down here without getting caught.
So you guys are standing around, kind of figuratively, hands in your pockets, for a few minutes as this single Arakai cross-references a number of their records they have. Um, they'll say a few things at length to Arjun, who looks kind of. You see their shoulders kind of slump a little bit, and he'll say, "I have good and bad news."
Let me guess. The good news is that they have her. The bad news is she did something quite awful to offend them.
The good news is that they had her.
I don't like the use of past tense.
She escaped or?
No, she was transferred. It appears that the City of Blood wanted her as a high-level grove tender to deal with the demon problem. She was sent to the Rift alone.
What?
Mitty is going to snarl at that.
There's a quick exchange between Arjun and the Arakai again. They'll exchange a few questions. He'll point to the notebook for a bit and he'll say, "Yeah, it's just recently. Within the last moon, she was transferred to their holdings, and they sent her towards the Rift. I'm sorry."
Well, we do need to take a look at the rift ourselves, but I don't relish the idea of going there unprepared.
I think we need to have a few words with our friend from the City of Blood again. Arjun, would you be able to set up a meeting with that representative, or
Oh. Okay, thank you.
I can try. I'm afraid I don't really know much about them.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, it's
You're
not.
picking up, Richter.
Probably.
I don't know if he's even listening.
Yeah, I don't know if he has his headphones on.
Okay, cool.
Do you
Muted
want me to
myself.
boot him? Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, he'll say, I can try. I don't know how familiar I am with the individual, but the Arakai reaches forward with his spider appendage and taps Arjun on the shoulder mid-sentence, and he kind of turns and looks with at what the documents he's giving him. Sort of pause and say, "Did you lose another grove tender?"
wait, a female Ursa?
Yeah, she's just been captured within the week.
Oh, for goodness sake. She couldn't very well leave alone, could she?
Mitty will look at the two that were still up on top of the thing, or on top of the giant chasm, and he'll say, "Did you not escort her out before coming down?"
Well, last I saw, she had run back out of the cave.
Yeah. Alright.
Arjun will read here. Female Ursa named Nola Pathwalker caught just shy of the Whitewood, actually, just a few days ago.
Has she been convicted of anything, or can we claim her?
The usual trespassing, nothing too serious. They know she's a grove tender, but she was weak enough. They don't consider that a capital crime.
Is there any way that you could facilitate her transfer to our custody?
He'll kind of like sigh and discuss with the other Arkai, and at length will say, we can ask. We'll probably have to cover her charges."
I'm prepared to do so, yes.
Okay, we can take care of that here. As far as the blood representative, you'll probably have to go to their residence to get any kind of contact.
Out of character, does he mean like residents, like the City of Blood, or are they having a house or something in the city, in the current city?
Yeah, you'd imagine he means some sort of like embassy type thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, for the sake of time here, and because we do have someone muted, at length, what you will be told, and it will involve um, bringing a slightly bedraggled looking purple robed Arakai back into the fray as the situation is explained to him by Arjun. You are at length told that Nola Pathwalker's sentence was light enough that you would reasonably be able to pay off her issues. The Stormsinger, the master grove tender, as a accomplished grove tender, was charged more seriously because being a devout grove tender is a crime in Ajerasai,
Oh lord.
which is why she was handed over to blood like that. That was part of her punishment, so to speak. But to Nola's, I guess, luck, she's weak and insignificant enough they didn't bother charging her with that because she wasn't far enough along in her studies.
Fair enough.
The arrangement you're given is this. The task that slaves within Nola's lot were given was to tend to an overrun guardian within the labyrinth beneath. And when asking perhaps for clarification of what that means, one of their trained spiders who was supposed to be put down escaped into the under labyrinth and has been killing slaves in that region. And so they sent a number of them to go take care of that, her included. So the deal is you can pick her up if she's alive if you take care of the assignment that she was given.
Point me in the direction we're going now.
To which Arjun will say, well, down. You have to go to the under labyrinth, and from there you'll be able to find your way, I assume.
Very
I'm
well.
just hoping that when we're done, they let us out.
Well, I'm no longer in a very diplomatic mood, so I don't think they're going to have much of a choice on that.
Alright, Arjun will say as you guys prepare to leave the center here that, okay, no offense to you guys, but I'm not going to go down there.
Of course not. You've done more than enough to help us, Arjun. I appreciate everything you've done for us.
I'll try and ask around and see if I can get any word on the representative from the City of Blood here. If you guys all make it back in enough pieces to want to continue that course of action.
Maybe you'll smile at that.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
If I can offer a little suggestion, as someone more experienced with this world, Guardians, the really big ones, they're blind. That's probably your best hope of not dying.
We'll remember that.
Those are
Okay.
the ones we did already fight in the cave that seemed to be blind as well, right?
Correct. Although he will say further that Guardians are projects from the City of Blood that companions to drones. They're like a fighter beasts, sort of like attack dogs in a way. That the longer they live, the bigger they get.
I just heard him laugh. Thanks.
So, given that this one was meant to be decommissioned and escaped decommissioning, it is probably a lot bigger than the ones that you fought previously.
Well, it's not as though we have a choice in the matter.
And behind the scenes looks, you guys know where, like, how the system's working. This is me using my story point to fuck with you.
Yep.
A couple of Arakai guards will lead you to the center of the plaza here, right where that large winter tree is. You walk up to it, and it's almost like a cypress tree or like a mangrove or something, where the majority of the roots seem to actually be like above ground here. And nestled into the ground, right around the roots, is two heavy man-sized grates that the Arakai slip all four of their spider limbs through the holes and bodily lift out. They look and sound like they weigh a ton as they lift these heavy metal grates out and sort of thud them onto the ground. And you see darkness below as it just leads into a drop beneath this winter tree.
Well, ladies first. And for career.
Hello?
Hi. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I muted you because you were talking on your phone.
Yeah, that's why I hate my headset. It says audio muted, which would imply that everything's supposed to be muted. Anyways,
Well, yeah, it said audio muted because I muted you.
no, on over. Never mind. Mitchell just looked between. What? Do you want me to jump down there?
I mean, we all are.
Screw it.
So you jump down?
Yep.
Alright, how many d6s of fall damage is that? Okay, so you jump down, you fall briefly, enough that it would not be, child's play to climb back out, but you land pretty softly on what is immediately evident from the light above you is like a soft, silken remains of like dusty spider webs.
Oh. Yay.
They're so old, or they're not even sticky anymore, if that makes sense.
Wonderful. And she'll just call up, guys, it's clear. Just watch the landing.
Geronimo!
Wait, no, don't do no superhero landing. Oh, that's gonna hurt the knees.
Alright, so you guys all follow in one after the other?
Mhm.
And no one's refusing to go in the stinky spider hole.
Nope.
Freezing.
Is that where the webs come from?
God.
Oh my god.
once you all
I
are
mean,
let down.
you said the spider was going to be big. We didn't know it was going to be inside Bowser's story big.
Oh God.
I don't know that I have it, but I have seen a map of that, like a series of them for Inside the Tarrasque.
Oh my god. There are people that mapped out the Tarrasque?
Yeah, like a series of battle maps that like the different like organs and stuff of a Tarrasque.
Oh God. Why?
And here's where you get digested forever. Where gods fear to tread.
Here there be dragons.
Oh,
Wait,
they're
this thing ate
dead.
dragons?
Oh yeah. No, the thing eats gods. It'll fuck up a dragon.
So is that why the item Heart of Tarrasque is a legendary thing?
Yes. I can't believe there's not something more than legendary.
Hmm.
Tarrasque don't fuck around.
I think the only reason it's not an artifact is because artifacts are generally one of a kind, and there are multiple Tarrasques.
Yeah.
So once all of you are led into the under labyrinth, above you you'll hear a few clicks that you probably do not understand, unfortunately, and then the grates are put back into place above you, leaving only about 8 tiny beams of light as the only illumination in this entire cavern, which even with Cal here to chase away the worst of it, is pitch black.
So anybody got a light?
I think I had a lantern.
Maybe we'll pull out a torch. Unless, wait, yeah, did you have the,
Yeah, I have a bullseye lantern. It took me a second to find it in my inventory to make sure I had it. So yeah, I'll light up my bullseye lantern.
Alrighty. So you turn on the source of light and you sort of scan the area around you, and you're in a central receiving chamber that is mostly barren gray rock, like I say, with old spider webs and material left around. Looks like bits of egg casing and the like, but fairly empty. Although you see that this is but the entrance of a number of different tunnels that branch off, of which the only real information you were given was that they were the group, including Nola, was sent to the left quadrant.
But it's hard to tell what's left when you've just jumped down a hole.
Oh, and just to make sure I'm painting the right picture here, the city was, in this elevated plateau, right?
Mm.
The under labyrinth, you enter it from the top, so you are essentially in the mound that the city is built on top of.
or even,
So yeah, they build their cities architecturally with the prisons pre-built.
Well, that's nice of them. I think.
Efficient real estate.
Well then, shall we go?
Well, I suppose we can see if there's any tracks left behind.
Yeah, you can roll a survival check if you'd like to search for some.
It's definitely not my area of expertise, but I can provide assistance if someone else is a bit better at that than I.
I can do it. Wisdom.
Yeah, you do it.
I'm proficient in it, so. Do I get the advantage if I'm getting?
Yeah, they're trying to help you look for them, giving you light and stuff.
Whew.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You do find a lot of tracks actually. It looks like probably close to 50 people have come through here at different points in time. And the dust is so thick on the ground that it's easy to make them out. What you look for, to set it apart, is recent tracks. Things within the last couple days or so, and those you're able to better identify and lead you, hopefully, you think, to where Nola's group has gone.
Any big bare feet?
Yeah, Midi be proficient looking for bare feet.
What are you trying to say?
No judgments.
Well, you lead the way. You're the one who spotted the trail.
Alright, Midi will, let's see. Should I hold the, lantern then, since I'm the one leading?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Alright. Yeah, Midi will, take the, lantern in hand, and he'll, trudge on, going as fast as he can while keeping track of the path.
Alrighty, you guys travel through, following these tracks that Midi is pointing out as you guys move along, and you travel through what, by best approximation, you imagine is the broader tunnel structure of the Archive's land here in miniature, that they've replicated in this under labyrinth as a way of keeping the different slaves they own preoccupied and contained. You navigate for a while, and you do, as far as you can tell, you are keeping, once you make your first fork decision in that main room, the tunnel never branches into what you think might be a different way. You gather that the different systems are isolated, that only connect in that central chamber up at the very top. So you are in, you think, one of the quadrants with this exploration. After some time, you will generally be trending down. You're moving lower, probably level with the ground outside, or maybe even beneath it. You're not entirely sure. But after a while, you will begin to hear the sounds of other people further below you. You hear the unmistakable sounds of combat, of people screaming, of very deep bass clicking noises that probably becoming seared into some of your psyches at this point.
It's coming from below us, you said?
Yeah.
And I don't suppose you see any holes in the ground for easy descent.
Well, below is in further down the tunnel system,
Oh,
which is
okay.
trending down.
Oh, then Midi is going to full sprint towards that way.
And Benali will follow.
All right, everyone breaks out in expediency. You begin to travel deeper into the system. You pass by in your haste what you quickly, just at a glance, identify as the wounded or perhaps expired bodies of a few either Zoan or human individuals who appear to be wearing very ratty, simple clothing. But you run by them and you enter a broader opening network of caverns, and you see a couple of people in mid-combat with a monstrously sized large spider who seems to just be taking turns swiveling towards these people fighting it and impaling them with one of its mini razor-tipped legs.
Mitty will it will turn to Benali. He said that these things are blind, right?
That's what he said.
You guys might want to step away from me for a second.
I'll take a step back.
Me too.
Mitty will let out the loudest roar that he can muster in order to try and gain this thing's attention and to try and call it off the woefully underprepared slave.
Okay, you can make either an intimidation check or a performance check.
Can I do intimidation based off strength?
I would normally say yes. I'm not sure how to rationalize that in terms of shouting.
A mighty, mighty diaphragm.
Okay, sure. You can do that.
Okay.
I'll plug
Whatever.
on a guidance for good measure since he told us he was going to be doing something.
Alright, so whatever this roll is, plus 2, and then what's guidance plus a d4?
Yeah, plus a d4.
So 19. $21.
21, wow. That's the same as you rolled for survival.
I've gotten 3 21s tonight.
Yeah, in a row. Roll 20 strikes again. Alright, and with that, I'll move you about here-ish from what you were saying. The oversized guardian hears that and will rush at you. Knock
Okay.
and sorry, I'm using the same tokens I had before, but we'll knock the slaves here aside and charge at you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and rage.
Alright, you can rage. It's gonna take a couple of swings at you.
Alright.
So that is a 16 to hit.
Hit.
So 13 points of bludgeoning damage, halved, so 6. And 7 points of poison damage. So that's the first hit, and then an actual 20
Oh, Jesus.
for 24 points bludgeoning, halved to 12. And and 8 points of poison damage.
My God.
Jesus. Okay.
You got its attention.
I did get its attention.
So this oversized gargantuan guardian rushes at you, Mitty. You see it's at this point its body has lost all of the hair of the previous model of guardians you've seen, and its skin is a sickly gray-green color and thin, but its eyes are maybe you should get a shield. Its eyes are the same distinctive, like opaque gray, and that it doesn't seem to be able to see anything. But it just runs at you and it just impales you twice in the gut with these, basically spear points, organic spear tips with its two front legs, and just you feel the literal gut punch of that. But because you're Middendorfy tough hide and you feel your rage coursing through you, it doesn't immediately blow you back. But a lesser man, whew. And with that, I think it's time for us to roll initiative.
Seriously, the one time I roll high, it doesn't take it.
No, I didn't click my thing. Oops.
"16 is the number du jour.
No.
It's a lot of 16s, wow. And I should give Nola a turn. Okay, so at the start of this combat here, Cal, you watched your bear companion bravely sally forth and take some heavy hits, but it looks like combat at this point has been made unavoidable.
Okie dokie. Let me get this popped open. Okay. Can I start making my way? I have 30 feet.
Yes.
Most of us just have 2.
Azar! I'm hoping to start making my way around this boulder or whatever's in the way, so I can make my way sneakily over to help who we've got here, and then maybe take the spider by surprise. So
Okay, so that was one of your movements. Did you want to attack, or you want to like spend that dashing? Or...
could I dash? That's another 30.
So you can use your action to dash, and as a rogue, you can dash as a bonus action. So I don't know if you want to move the entire turn, you can move up to 90 feet.
It's not taking my waypoints very well. Sorry.
Well, you can also count squares if that helps.
I will go here and I'll dash there. I'll dash to where I am now. And can I pew pew throw a dagger at the spider to try to catch it off guard a little bit? Give Mitty
Yeah.
a little break.
You can definitely do so. So roll to hit. That will just be a straight roll. A 9 will not hit.
Okay, well, that'll be it for me then, I think.
That is unfortunate.
I was
Right.
trying.
No, yeah, I mean, he's not that hard to hit, but a 9's not. Alright, Mish, it is your turn.
Mish, upon seeing that massive thing and wondering why Minendorfi decided to pick a fight with it.
Because we have
Uh,
to.
Yeah, I know. But, like, we just snuck around?
It was killing people.
You see all the blood on the map?
Yeah, that was why I didn't want to fight it. We could have just like done it covertly. But anyways, she's going to move here from here, wait, there, until right here, and what does my current one do? I'm assuming this thing is considerably larger than I am, so I can't even bind it.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot bigger than you.
Yeah, so... Yeah, then she's gonna switch Charity to its spear mode. And then just get ready to dive in next turn.
Did you want to dash?
No, because if I dash and get right behind Midi, he has no way out. So that's why I'm leaving this distance, so he can at least back up if he needs to.
Alrighty.
And that'll be the turn.
Alright, Vinali, it's yours then.
Okay, first off, you said that we had passed by some people that were either unconscious or dead.
Yeah, I would say like that's behind y'all, like behind that way.
Wondering how much I want to devote to RP in a dangerous battle, but I think I'll do it anyway. I'll go ahead and cast Aid on 3 of them to, if they look like they might still be alive, to heal them.
Okay, does that gives temporary hit points?
It boosts their maximum hit points by 5 and also gives them 5 hit points to fill in that gap, so it'll prevent them from dying for now.
Huh, that's
until it wears
interesting.
off if they haven't healed more by then.
I don't think I've really seen that spell used for healing before. It's kind of interesting.
It's not great for healing, but it's good at preventing death because it stops people from having to make death saves.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see what happens with that on subsequent turns, but you pick a couple of them that you think look like they have the best chance of making it, and you use your spell. But yeah, duly noted.
And I will just spend the rest of my movement to get into a hopefully somewhat better position.
Right, and that's it.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, Midi.
Alright, Midi is going to pull out a healing potion and chug it.
Yeah, that would make sense. I think I don't know if we've used it before. I think I'll go ahead and use the critical role rules of using a potion be a bonus action, but giving it to someone else a full action.
Oh, sweet.
That seems a bit funner, I think.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm going to use my bite first.
All right, yeah, an 18 will hit.
9 damage, and I heal 2. And then healing on a healing potion.
2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. You did not screw me.
That was a good roll.
Yeah. Alright. So 11 healing on 1 turn. That works.
Can I retcon ending my turn when I did?
How so? What did you want to do?
I was thinking I didn't have anything I could do as a bonus action, and then I remembered I'm a sorcerer. I could have quickened spelled.
Okay. Did you want to move at all, Midi?
No.
Okay, so you'll stay there. All right, that's your turn then. What did you want to do, Vanali?
I was just gonna quicken spell Mind Sliver.
Okay, that's an int save.
Yes.
He rolled a 3, minus 3 is a 0.
Nice. So 2 psychic damage and a d4 from its next saving throw.
Alrighty. Man, the dice are funny sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
Alright, so it's turn now.
Please don't roll another crit.
Well, first, it doesn't notice anyone but the one that hit it.
Yep.
Alright, so 2 swings at you, Midi.
Okay.
Which that one is an 11, which I think misses.
Oh, thank God.
And that's a natural 20.
No! I said don't crit!
Alright.
Rin, stop it!
That was low. I rolled a 1 on one of those. 16 points halved would be 8 bludgeoning.
Oh my God.
And then 10 points of poison damage.
That's not low! That's more damage than the last hit.
Not the bludgeoning.
So, 18 damage.
Sure, I lost track.
That's a lot of damage.
Alright, and it is going to... It's going to attack you a couple of times, and then it's going to move back several paces.
Oh,
So
I'm going to bite at it as it walks away.
Alrighty. 16 will hit.
Give me the hell. Oh,
Ooh, good damage.
yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, and you don't have Sentinel, right?
Oh, no.
Okay, so yeah, it does move back.
Thank God you don't. You need it to move.
Yeah.
Okay, Melody, it's your turn.
Okay, I should. You get to over here. I'll use my action to dash, and then bonus action, I'll cast Hex on it.
Alrighty. What stat would you like to hex?
We'll give it strength.
Alright, disadvantage on strength checks.
That's my turn.
Okay. Nola. Nola is going to peek around from where she was huddled in this cave corner. And she'll look over and see you, Midi, and just sort of do that nervous squeal, if that makes sense. She'll just call out, why are you here?
Mitty will yell out as loud as he can. Quiet! This thing can't see.
She'll just like clap a hand over her mouth and kind of like back, sort of press her back into the corner and sort of make herself as small as possible. But she will reach over with her staff and she will summon. I don't have a good token for this, so Creepy Skull Boy can be it. She will drop the totem right there for you, Mitty. That gives you, let me check. I think it's like some temporary hit point. Yeah, 5 hit points plus her druid level, so 8 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. She would put it like here-ish, so that it would get Mish too. So Mish, you also get your temporary hit points, 8 of them.
Yay. Is it as long as we're nearby it, or?
Spirit grants each creature of your choice in the aura, when it appears, gets temporary hit points. In addition, they get advantage on strength checks and strength saves while in the aura. So it makes it distinguished, so I think you just get the hit points.
Okay.
But while you're within, I think 30 feet of it, you get advantage on strength checks if it becomes relevant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius. Alright, yeah. Alright, back to Cal. Or actually, sorry, it would be Cal's turn. That was everyone. So top of the order, something real quick.
Something real quick.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
2 more appear.
Please don't.
God, what if we chop its legs off
It
and it does
splits
the...
into 2.
What?
God, why did I start saying it?
Why do you say words?
So you all watch as the wounds that Mitty gave it tears one of its limbs off, and within the time of that turn passing, each of them regenerates into 2 separate spiders.
But why?
Damn the science.
How does that work with my spell?
That's how it works.
Fair enough.
Jesus, it's gotten uglier.
Has
All
twice
right.
as many legs.
So yeah, now they were bigger than that.
Have some control, Harry.
Sorry. Okay, so there are 2 spiders now, and it is top of the order. Will be Cal's turn, but I think this is where we'll pick up next week.
Will Mitty survive this fight? Find out next time on Chance to Wake.